Hello and welcome to day 69. Oh, Pippa, what are you doing? I'm being mauled by our little puppy at the moment, but there's a reason why I'm doing that. I don't normally get her in the calls, but there's a reason why I'm doing that. The reason why I'm doing it, I'm going to have to put it down a minute because she is too distracting, is because I want to talk to you today about your password, or more specifically, my password. So go on, Pip, you go. Go outside. That's it, off you go. So what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about my password, and I want to talk about the clues that are in the background today as to what my password are. So what my password might be. So the observant amongst you will notice the t-shirt that I'm wearing as a badge of a particular football club that 10 years ago today actually made it through to the Europa League final, but enough of that one. You'll see in the background, you'll see golf clubs over my shoulder there. You'll see an amplifier and guitar here. If you were to zoom in, you'll see an awful lot of CDs there, and you'll be able to determine my music taste by looking at those CDs. You'll see, what's that? There's a box set of Friends, all 10 seasons of Friends down there. There's an awful lot of other clues that you would have seen in the background of the Zoom calls that I've been attending, the Teams meetings I've been attending, and these COVID diaries I've been doing. I've been talking about the Bentleys that were over there the other day, all manner of things. So I think the reason why I want to mention this is because you can build up a really good picture of who I am, because I've now let you see inside my house. From a personality point of view, all of the things that have been out there on the internet recently, all of the things that people can see, the fact that I'm into water sports, the fact that I like drinking red wine, all of those things, they're all now front and centre for any cyber criminal to build up a very good profile of me, who I am, what my interests are. And from that, they might be able to work out what my password is. It's very easy for a cyber criminal to try thousands of different passwords against your password hash. I know I'm getting technical there, to work out whether or not that's a password that you use. And those thousands of passwords that the cyber criminals will try to use will be based on a personality profile of me. And in the last however many weeks, last 69 days that I've been on lockdown, that's an awful lot of insight into my life, an awful lot of insight into my personality that people wouldn't have seen. So Suzanne's going to speak to you now about some advice on what type of password you should use, and it should not be anything to do with Fulham or music or any of the stuff that is associated with me that are my interests, and also how some of the settings in Zoom or Teams might be able to help you when you join a team meeting, because I think we have really opened up the floodgates here to our cyber criminals to understand a lot more about us. And I think it's important that you look in your background and think, what is it that you've given away about yourself online, and can any of that lot be sort of traced back to a password of yours? Those passwords need to be very secure and need to be very random, and can't include any of the interests or things that you as a person might have thought about. So sorry, waffling way too much today, but I thought it was interesting to expose to you just some of the things that the cyber criminals can do. So let me hand over to Suzanne now, who can give you a bit more practical advice.
So as you can see from Steve's video, now that most of us are working from home and we're giving away a lot of information about our personal lives and our personality and the things that we like simply just in the backgrounds of our videos. As you can see from here, you can see how I like to decorate. You know that I have a cat who's very unwilling to be on camera. There is lots of things that give away hints as to what our password could be. So one of the first things you can do if you're using Microsoft Teams, or even if you're using Zoom, you can actually blur your background during video calls. So this is something that is possibly worth doing if you've got very distinctive things in your background like Steve has. But when it comes to picking a password, our top tip is to pick 3 random words that have no connection to each other. So for Steve, the things he should definitely not pick are anything to do with red wine, Bentleys, Fulham Football Club, golf, rock music, you know, all the clues are there for him. So he could pick something like conservatory, grass, blue sky. Totally random. Actually, it's probably not that random because they're quite linked. Okay, let's try again. He could pick pencil, rainbow, tarmac. Okay, completely random, but it's something that is really hard to guess. Don't forget, he would also need to throw in some numbers and some characters in there as well. So if you've got any doubts as to how to choose a secure password, or you're thinking actually maybe you should change yours, I'm going to put a link to one of the videos that we've done about choosing a secure password. Until then, stay safe, hope you're all well, and I'll see you tomorrow.